second webinar today about Ukraine. My name is Michaela, and I welcome here also my colleague Nikol. Hello. She's the head of our projects in Ukraine, and she came back from there just a few days ago. So she has the fresh new information for us about the project and also about the current situation in Ukraine. So my first question would be what Diaconia does in Ukraine and what are our projects there, and what is if you can also give us the overview of the current situation there.
Okay, so we have two projects in Ukraine. One is humanitarian. We provide with our partners in Ukraine humanitarian aid for internally displaced persons. And the second project is project for 3 years with Father's House. Father's House is organization who cares about children without parents, and our project is focused on new standards in foster care and in reintegration children to the biological families.
Okay.
And about Ukraine in general, the war in eastern Ukraine has stopped, fortunately. So it looks that everything is in a better way. In the situation is that there is eastern Ukraine, which is not under the Ukrainian government. In the borders of this area is something which is possible to call a gray zone. This area is very destroyed by the war, and it needs a lot of support. And then there is more than 1 million people who had to escape from eastern Ukraine, and they now live in not just in Kiev but in all areas in central zone of Ukraine, and they also need a lot of support because they don't have almost anything, and they need support with searching employment, schools for children, and a lot of other things. So that's it.
And can you tell us more about your trip? Where have you been? Why there? And what was the goal of your trip? Or what was your tasks?
Yeah, so I have been in Kiev and in Petrivsk, which is a small city near Kiev, where Father's House is situated, and my main goals were to look at the projects, how they continue, what has happened, and also what is needed, what we should plan for the future.
And you also had a possibility to meet the people which are affected by the conflict and which live in the Father's House. So is there any concrete story of some person which was which is interesting, or which was the most powerful for you?
So it's actually a story of few people. There are mothers with their children who have escaped from eastern Ukraine, and they didn't have possibility where they could stay, where they could live, and they have asked Father's House, and Father's House offered them to stay in their place. So they have lived for 1 year now in father's house, and we support them with father's house and with Czech company Koma, because we are constructing a building where they will stay. It will be a building with a few flats for them, and it's very good because they don't have money for renting flats because they are single mothers, and even they work, the salaries are very low, and they don't have money for the flats. And it's also very good that they have some community, some new family, and they share like all the experiences and needs, and so they can continue with it in the new building, in new flats. So this is very nice and positive story.
And you said you were in Kiev. Is it safe, or were there some security issues that you had to think about before the trip?
In Kiev, it's safe. It's not good to go to enter to the eastern Ukraine, especially to the area which is not under control of Ukrainian government. But in Kiev, it's safe.
And what do you think about the future? I mean, future for Ukraine, or also future for our projects? What do you plan, or what do you see?
Okay, in my opinion, I think that it's very needed to help internally displaced people, especially not with humanitarian aid, but more with psychological and social support. And about the future of Ukraine, I hope that it will be better now, and it looks like that.
That's very positive ending.
Yes.
Thank you very much. If you have any more questions, you can use our Google Plus profile, or if you want to be part of our projects in Ukraine, or if you want to be part of that, check our website or contact our dear colleague Jeremy, who will tell you more about how to be part of that. So thank you very much, and see you by our next webinar.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.